All right, Gerstell family, happy Tuesday. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a nice 4-day weekend, but it's time to get back to work. So this week I'm actually going to be out of town, so I'm leaving tomorrow, but I'm going to continue to do what we've been doing for my remote learners, so you guys will just keep doing this. You'll watch the video, you'll make a comment, and that's all you're going to do. Those of you that are on campus, you'll have a sub. So for today's workout, a little bit different. So the plan is for this week, we're just going to continue doing what we've been doing. Today is a little bit rainy, so we're going to be indoors. Next week, however, things are going to start shifting a little bit. We're hoping to get on the equipment and inside for the gym usage. So that means for you guys, you're going to be logging on live with the Zoom link. So make sure that on Monday that you're paying attention to the portal. I'll send an email or a message just confirming that we're going to be logging on live together. So, up until then, just keep doing what you've been doing. For today's workout, we've got a quick little warm-up and then a little bit of a different workout. So let's go over the warm-up really quickly. So for your warm-up, you've got 40 plank taps, shoulder, shoulder. So let me just show you really quickly. I'm going to move this out of the way. So in your plank taps, you want to have your whole body in one straight line, and then you're going to tap and tap and tap. You can have your feet a little bit wider. Just one of the things I noticed on campus when we did this live, lots of twisting. That's really hard on the shoulders. So we want to try to make sure we're not doing that much twisting. You want to keep your body as still as possible. So taking the feet a little bit wider is going to help you with that. You're not rotating. You are just simply tapping shoulder to shoulder. Now 40 of those, so it's going to be 20 each side, 40 total, might be a little bit much to get in one chunk of change, right? So you might need to break it up. You could do 4 sets of 10, 2 sets of 20, or you could try and bang them all out at once. Whatever you do, I'd like to see that in your comments today on the portal. So you've got 40 plank taps, 20 single leg glute bridges with a 2-second hold at the top. We have done this before. So you're going to set yourself up for a traditional bridge pose. Heels are going to be stacked underneath of the knees. You're going to lift your hips. And then you're going to take your one leg and lift it straight up. And then from here, you'll dip down. As you get to the top, you'll hold 1, 2. Drop down, do it again. 1, 2. Okay, you're going to do 20 of these per leg. So you can also break those up into 2 sets of 10. And then finally, the last thing you're going to do is 10 leg swings. Now on this one, you want to make sure a few things. One, that you're able to have full range of motion. So you want to make sure your space is clear. The second thing is you need to hold on to something sturdy. Doesn't matter what it is exactly as long as it's not going to move on you. So what you'll do is you'll take 10 swings front to back, and then you'll turn in and you'll have 10 swings side to side. Okay? So 10 on both legs, or 10 on one leg, front to back, side to side, and then 10 on the other, front to back, side to side. That's your warm-up. That's it for today. As far as the actual workout, we're going to have 3 stations, okay? Each station you're going to be in about 10 minutes. Now, if you're at home, you don't have to time yourself to be in 10 minutes. You're just going to finish each station and then you can move on. So the first station today is dumbbell overhead press. If you don't have dumbbells, you're going to do strict push-ups. Okay, let me just grab some dumbbells for myself. Your dumbbell overhead press. You can do these seated or standing. I'll let you kind of decide what works a little bit better for you. But you're going to have your dumbbells at your side. Get them up. Palms are going to face forward, so they'll be out. And you're going to lift up, come back down. You want a full range of motion. That means as you come down, you're going to lightly tap the top of your shoulders, push back up, and let them meet in the middle. Don't slam them into each other. They're just going to kind of give each other a little tiny peck on the lips, okay? So just an easy dumbbell overhead press. Your set range for that, 3 to 5 sets. 8 to 10 reps, 3 sets. So you're gonna do 8, take your 90-second to 2-minute rest, then repeat the next one, 90-second to 2-minute rest, and then the last one. If there's time left and you want to do 2 more, you certainly can, but you only really need to do 3. And it just depends on the amount of weight you have. If you've got something a little on the heavier side or your shoulders aren't super strong, then you'll be lower on the rep range, so closer to 8. Those of you that have light dumbbells, like 5s or 10s, 12, you could do 15 reps if you wanted to. Those of you that don't have any dumbbells at home, you're gonna do strict push-ups. You can do them on your knees, you can do them on the floor, you can do them at the wall. If you're gonna do them at the wall, just kind of show you easy way. Make sure that as you come down, your chest is making contact with the wall, you're pushing back until the arms are straight. So it's just like if you were on the ground, but it doesn't put as much pressure on the shoulder joint, okay? So just 3 sets if you're doing those, but you'll do as many as you can with really good form. Okay, so the next station is gonna be an accumulation of a 5-minute plank. So 5 minutes is a really long time to hold a plank. So you'll break it up. You're gonna wanna have a timer nearby so you can see. I would just say use your phone. And then what you'll do is you'll hit the start as you come into your first plank. Now, you can break this up, right? So if you can only do 30 seconds, only do 30 seconds, but then guess what? You gotta do 10 burpees every time you take a break. At this point, you guys know how to do a burpee, so I'm not gonna show you how to do that because by now you should definitely know what works best for you. So what I would say is really try to push for a minute of a plank if possible. The longer you go, the less burpees you're gonna have to do, but be honest too. Don't cheat yourself. Like, this is a really good exercise for the whole core, and it's just one of my favorites anyway. So you might as well just, kind of push yourself a little bit. So that is your second station. So it's a 5-minute plank accumulation, 10 burpees every time you take a break. So if you take a minute, then you do your 10, and then when you stop, you gotta hit the stop on your phone too. So that's the other thing I wanna make sure. So then you kind of just keep coming back. Every time you're ready to restart, you hit start, hit stop, and then do your burpees, restart, blah, 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 okay? And then your final station today is 3 sets of 10 per leg of a Bulgarian split squat. Now, this one's a little bit tricky. I find that a lot of people really struggle to have good form on this. So I'm gonna preview it to you. What you'll wanna do is kind of find something stable in your house that you can put one foot on. Now, Bulgarian split squats, they're a little bit tricky, but they are really, really fantastic if you can get them properly. I say, especially if you've never done them before, do not attempt to use any weight today. Just your body weight is gonna be more than enough. I always start with my weaker leg first, so my left leg is gonna be forward. Now, I've got a bench here at home. You could put your foot on top of a couch, a chair. Again, you're gonna wanna make sure it's stable. So it's sort of like a one-legged lunge, if you kind of think of it that way. So the foot's gonna go back. Your whole body is going to turn forward. This thing with your toes, sort of a comfort thing. So some people like to have like their toes tucked. I hate that. I feel like it's just not safe. I prefer to have the top of your toenails flat on the bench. You'll want to watch that front knee so it doesn't shoot too hard past the front of your toes, and you'll come all the way down and all the way up. As you come up, make sure you're pressing through that front heel and you're standing up straight. So that means you're not leaning forward and coming over that front thigh. You're kind of lifted up and leaning back just slightly so that you're working both legs. So you'll do 10 on the first leg. And I always recommend starting with your non-dominant leg, because if you can only do 8 on the left, then I want you to only do 8 on the right, even though you could do 20 on the right. You don't need to get any stronger on the side that's already your dominant side. So start with your weaker leg. And then after you do 10, try not to break your neck. You'll go ahead and switch to the other side. You need to make sure that front foot is out far enough that as you come down, your knee is tracking above the heel rather than your toes. So be mindful of that. That is really important. So you're gonna do 10 on your left leg, 10 on your right leg, take your 90-second to 2-minute break, and then repeat. You've only got 3 sets of those. Okay, I think that's everything. Make sure you guys are stretching yourselves out and have a fun workout. Don't forget to leave a comment on the blackboard. So you wanna make sure that you're letting me know what you liked about it, what you struggled through. If you have any questions too, also, please feel free to reach out to me or even Mr. Bogage, as I'm not gonna really be available the next few days, but for today, I'm still around, okay? All right, you guys, have fun. I'll see you soon.